Hello and welcome to White Glove Reviews. In this video, we're taking a look at the Pelican Pro Gear keychain light. And it's a teeny tiny light. Let's see. The light itself is just a little bit over, it's about 1.25 inches long. It's not very big at all. And it puts out 16 lumens, which isn't a huge amount of light. But for something that's like a keychain light, that's not terrible. I mean, you're not gonna use it to like illuminate a giant area. And the fact that it has 8 hours plus of runtime is pretty good. So, and it's sort of very vaguely water resistant, which is not bad. So let's open this thing up and take a look at it. So, I don't think this is child-proof packaging, but I get the impression they were going for glove-proof packaging for sure. Alright, so how does someone who's wearing gloves get their flashlight? An interesting question. The solution would be brute force. Okay, so the light's made of metal, aluminum, I assume? Let's see. It feels aluminum. And it says made in China, which is not shocking. One kind of funny thing that I noticed when I was looking at these small keychain lights is a couple of them were cheaper to buy a new light than to buy the replacement batteries for them. So I just found that was kind of interesting. And I don't know, it kind of would be unfortunate to have to toss these lights because it's more cost effective than to, replace the batteries. But I mean, that's kind of how it works out sometimes. I like the little clip. Let's grab my keys. Well, these are my work keys anyway. So clips pretty easily. Doesn't provide too much clutter on the keychain. Probably a minimum. Way less than the little pill fob I have here. So let's see. Not bad. And we turn it on by twisting would be my guess. There we go. So it's not bad. Kind of a little, I don't know what you call it, a peanut lighter. A little bit keychain lighter. Definitely puts out enough light that if you needed to read something close up, if you needed to try and find your keys, if you needed to look at a keyhole, or do something relatively simple in the dark, I mean, it's not gonna light up a room or anything, but it's not bad. And with the 8 hours plus of battery life, not a bad choice. Oh, these are cheap too. They're like under $10. So, not bad. I kind of like this one. They have them in a bunch of different colors. I got a red one, there's a black one, and a bunch of others. I'll include a link down below to this one and the black one. You can get to the other colors from that page if you want. I don't think this will replace my current light as an everyday carry kind of light, but this might be a neat addition to a keychain. I'm kind of weird about what I put on my keychain. Like this one, for example. This is the keys. These are the keys I use for work. I have a set of keys that are my keys, around the world, and then I add these if I'm going to work or if I'm going to somewhere work related. And so I try to minimize the stuff I keep on my keys. I keep a giant knife on my keys, and giant knife. This one's a Cyber Tool Lite. It's the big Cyber Tool that has the light on it. It's a Cyber Tool LITE Lite, and I've carried a large Swiss Army knife. Like I started with the Champ years ago, and I moved to the Super Timer, the Champ Super Timer, and then I moved to the, I want to say it's the Cybertool 41, the big Cybertool, and then when they added the Cybertool Lite, I wanted the magnifying glass and the light, so I switched to this one. And the reason I carry my keys like this is for the first couple of years when I started driving, I had trouble. Like I would always drop my keys somewhere, and my solution was if I put something relatively heavy, and this isn't super heavy. This maybe weighs 3 ounces, maybe a little more, in that range. If I have something heavy enough on it, when this hits the ground, you're going to notice that you dropped it. And for this, I try to keep my keys I try to keep my keychains to a minimum. Like I don't want to load them down with stuff. Like I have an emergency pill fob here. I have a charger, a USB to micro USB charger connector for my phone, and then I have my USB drive and laser pointer thing and that kind of stuff that I use for work. And I try to keep these, I try to minimize the keychain clutter. I'm debating adding a small flashlight. I don't really need to add a small flashlight to this keychain because the Swiss Army knife has a little bitty light on it that you can maybe see. And it's just bright enough if you need to find your keys or do something like that. This one puts out much more light than that one does, as y'all can see. And this is just 4 little watch batteries versus the 1 watch battery in that light in the Swiss Army knife. So, and with this one, there's way more light. I mean, the comparison is pretty. It's like this one I want to say was 45 lumens. I did a video on this one. You can check it out. It'll be probably on the right hand side. And this one is like 16 lumens. So I mean, there's an obvious brightness difference, but the size makes this one pretty convenient. You could also use this if you wanted to put it in some kind of like Altoids 10 kit or that kind of thing. I'm thinking about putting together a little kit to leave in my office. It's kind of funny, but the main reason I'm thinking about putting the kit together is I ripped the pocket in my shirt a little while back when I was at work, and in my old office when I was there all the time, I had like a sewing kit and a bunch of backup supplies, just random things to fix problems, and I was irritated that I didn't have my little sewing kit so I could sew up my pocket. So anyway, that's a cool little light. I like it, and this might be a good stocking stuffer or something. And definitely a good size for a keychain if you're looking for a keychain light. Anyway, if you have any suggestions, or if there's anything you'd like to see me review, or if you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you are a fan of random rambles in the middle of someone talking about a little keychain flashlight, then definitely leave a like. And I hope you have an excellent day.